So we also want to talk a little bit tonight about sabotage, self-sabotage.
Yes.
How that works. Of course, I know we all have a feeling of how that works, but always when Joyce gives us some of those zingers, you're like, okay. And we had a conversation about that as well. So I know that this kind of jumps around a little bit. We'll try to integrate everything together. We'll try to get things covered. And of course, if they don't get covered, they'll just get rolled into another class. We always do. So welcome everybody on this beautiful spring day. Spring, I'm in my spring outfit. Ready for a new season. Ready for a new energy, vibration. Ready for a new frequency. Ready for new and wondrous occurrences in your lives and all. We welcome you. This glorious time of now, the launching of isness, as we speak of always, in all ways, bringing you the newness and the refreshed mind of the now aspect and the Godhood in which you reside. Welcome. Our dear friends, our brothers and sisters, ourselves in the highest version of possibility, for your reflection back onto us accelerates our ascension process beyond anything that you could imagine. So we thank you. We know that one of, if not the most difficult issues here on this plane that humans are faced with is the controlling aspect in their lives. Mostly for humans, it is the out of control aspect in their lives. So many things seem to demonstrate that things are out of control, that they do not have the ability to formulate and coagulate and bring forth through desire and thought and love everything that they choose to experience or that they think that they choose to experience. This is a brick wall for some, a picket fence at best, a hurdle if you're lucky. But for most, it is an obstacle of some sort. Always, always, even for the brightest masters who have walked on this plane, until reaching the highest point of consciousness, there seems to always be an obstacle course for you to learn to make your way through. And we are here to helpfully bring those barriers down for you and make this life and all subsequent lives hereafter so pleasing and blissful for you. We know that you are familiar with thought process, for we have described this process for eons. We know also that you have an understanding of this process. Some of you get glimpses of knowing this process when everything plays itself out according to your desire. It deepens your knowing. But most are still caught in the belief process of how thought works. It sounds tangible, it sounds real, it sounds logical, but it is still sometimes very much an elusive playmate. One that you are playing hide and seek with, one that you play tag with, and once having found, it seems to run away from you so quickly, you are once again on the chase. Thought process is so fast. It is so fast. Source being all thought experiences all that fast. That's incomprehensible for you. It is incomprehensible to describe how quickly it happens. But if you can grasp a breath, if you can grasp a pause, if you can grasp the concept of a glimmer of light, this is how fast thought moves. Flash, a flash, and all thought has occurred. That is how fast thought moves. And that is the ongoingness of Source. Your soul pauses thought, slows it down, holds it, and feels a way about a thought. It slows thought down. But when you do not pause a thought, when you do not have a feeling about a thought, thoughts are still occurring. They are always occurring. It is the one thing that you cannot stand still. It is the one thing that no one else can take from you, is thought. They could bind you. They could imprison you. They could cleave you. But they cannot take your thoughts away from you. For thoughts never go away. Even when this physical body lays itself down to decay and rot, your thoughts still go on. So you cannot hold a thought still. Some of you, through deep focus, can pause and hold a void and hold the launching of possibility. But even when you're doing that, there is thought, other thought, processing through your embodiment at all time. For your embodiment is actualized thought in manifested matter, correct? So what goes on in all thought? Can you imagine having the ability to control all of your thoughts? Well, that would be quite exhausting for most of you. For many of you, processing any thoughts in a conscious manner during the day can get very exhausting. But can you imagine walking awake in every moment of every opportunity and utilizing every thought that comes in as a possibility, as an experience, as an expression, conscious application? That is also what Source is doing all of the time. So not only is Source processing all thought at the same time, it is experiencing all thought at the same time through all souls that are capturing that thought, having a feeling about it, manifesting it, and then having an experience. There are enough souls to process every possibility, every thought, and